Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jolene, and I'm the author of the Glorium Sea series as well as the MOONRISE Beach series. I'm going to be doing my July to December A6 Hobonichi journal setup. So if you guys missed my January to June setup, then I will leave it linked up here so you guys can check it out. This is actually what I have put it in right now, so I did change up the cover. So when Hobonichi did their Discover sale earlier this year, I did pick up the Soda Dots. This is actually one of the 2018 covers that they actually brought back. So I missed out on this one, really regretted it. So when it came back in the store, I actually picked it up with a bunch of other ones that I really liked. So if you guys want to see that haul, I will also link it here for you guys. But I've been using this lately, and inside I do have my January to June A6 journal. So I do use this as my daily journal. I'm not going to show you the contents of it just because it is very personal, but this is what I've been using as my kind of memory keeper, a journal. Kind of keeps track of all my memories in one place, and I really like it. So this is what I've been using. But now that we are in July, I am going to be setting up my July to December book. So if you guys don't know, this is the avec version. So it says avec here. Avec just means that the year is split into two. You can get the version where the year is actually all together in one book, but because of the fact that mine tends to get a little bit chunky, I do like to have it split into two. So I do use a lot of washi in here. I put pictures in here, lots of postcards, Polaroids, do some watercoloring in here as well. So a lot of creative stuff goes into that book. Just for a little bit of a reference, this was last year, so this is the first half of the year of 2020, and then this is actually the second half. So as you can see, it does get pretty chunky. If I were to have it all in one book, I think it would be a little bit too much. I wouldn't be able to, you know, comfortably write in it or use it for the whole year. So that is why I use the avec version. So as you can see, that is what it looks like. I just like to chunk it up, and I like to use fountain pens in here. So we are going to be setting up my new one. I do have some of these full page stickers from ArieBea shop. So I do have the A6 original vertical monthlies, which I'm going to be using. And then these are the ones that I collabed with her with. So these are the Hobonichi A6 full page stickers. I do have it in the 2-page version. So you have the January to June on one side and the July to December. This right here is our cute font, but you can also get it in a classic font if you're more of a minimal planner. You can also get it in the Monday or Sunday start. And we also offer it in a pink colorway, which is obviously what this is. And we also have it in the gray. You can also get this in the 1-page version. So the whole year would just be on 1 page. So if you want physical copies sent to you, you guys can use the code AnaJolene10 for a discount. But if you want these particular inserts in a printable form, so that you would just receive a PDF file instead of having these mailed out to you, because I do know that it's approaching July. Maybe it would be too late for you guys to receive this in the mail physically. So you guys can find these in my shop, AnaJolenePrintables on Etsy. So obviously once you purchase these digital items, you can download them immediately. I print out mine on sticker paper, and then you can just trim them with a paper trimmer. So it's very, very easy. Very user-friendly. And again, I have all these options available in my shop. So you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order for that. And then I did bring in some seals. So these are all from Simply Gilded. I have the Juniper Bunny seals that I may use. These are in the rose gold. And then I also have these flower crowns, also from Simply Gilded with the rose gold. And I thought that I would use them together in here. The cover that I plan on using is the Mina Perhonen Minamo. So this is the new collection. And I really like it because it has an interior that is pink. And then you have the 2 bookmarks. So They have these little balls on them that are really unique to the Mina Perhonen brand. And then the cover is really nice, and I just put it in a clear cover on cover. So you do have the back pocket here that you can open up and use if you want. Just so you know that the Mina covers don't have the back pocket, but it depends. On the other ones, you do have the back pocket here. So that is the cover that I chose to use for the rest of this year. I did actually prep a little bit of stuff that I did in here. So what I did was I actually covered the 2 pages inside here with some Happie Scrappie paper. So this is actually a winter print. It has the beautiful kind of fabric lace detailing in the back with the bows, and I'm trying to go for like a bow theme. I felt like this pattern went well with the colors of this cover. And then what I did was I actually just put this washi tape from Simply Gilded. This is actually from the Iridescent Ink, the January box. From Simply Gilded, it has the periwinkle background there with the Aurora foil pink bows, which I think is so gorgeous. So I just added that down the center just to kind of protect it a little bit more, and then I just glued this down with some glue tape over here, and I did that actually in the front and in the back. In the first half of the year, I actually just decorated it, so I used some washi tape here, a little piece of memo paper, and some stickers. So that's another option. If you guys want to see how I did that, you can watch my other video. In previous years, I did do like a washi dashboard, so that is what it looks like on both sides. So that is last year, and then I also did it for the second half of the year. So this has some like Tamashii Prints washi, Simply Gilded. You see some Wonton in a Million there. So that is what that looks like. I would do this again, but it's a little bit time consuming and tedious, so I just went with this option instead, just for something different. So now that I have that done, I'm going to see what it looks like in the actual planner. So I kind of like how this light pink matches the interior of the planner. So I brought that kind of in with this little paper clip. This is from the anniversary box from Van Sticky. So it does have similar bows there, which I think is super cute. And it has a little washi tape, which I use a lot of washi in this planner, or rather a journal. So I am going to kind of add a little bit more to this section. I do want to add one of these juniper bunnies because I think they're so cute. And let's see which one. So these ones are nice because you do get a bunch of different colorways. You have some grays, purples, some more like heather grays and like light grays, pinks, and black and white up there. So I'm gonna decide, I think I just want to add it to like the center. Maybe I'll go with this one. So these seals are rather large, so they're kind of perfect for decoration and things like that. And then I do have these ones as well. So these are the roses, also in the rose gold foiling, and they're actually, you can use them on their own, but I think they will work nicely as like a flower crown on juniper, so you can just layer it on. So I'm just gonna choose one that I think matches. There's some white and pink roses here. This one has a little bit of that blue, so I think I might use that. So with that, it matches. So we're gonna just layer that on top there. So now juniper has a little flower crown that's foiled, super, super cute. So I'm just going to keep that in there and then probably add these seals to the back in case I want to use them in some of my spreads. So there we go. I'm just going to grab this from my other one because these are the Kita washis that I like to use. So that is the design of them, and I just like to keep those in here in case I want to use them. And then I just leave these all blank pretty much because I like to put the pictures that I'm going to use in my journal in here. So now let's move on to this part. This is the yearly calendar. So this is typically where you would put this. So I printed these out from my shop and I put them on sticker paper. And you can just trim these down with a paper cutter. So I'm just going to apply this right here. I have the January on this side, and then I am going to cover up the 2020 and the 2022 because I don't really need that in my journal. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that off, and we are going to add this one here at the bottom. So these are sized a tiny bit smaller than the A6 so that you do have a little bit of a border around it, so that it fits perfectly in there. So once again, if you guys are interested in these printables, you guys can find them in my shop, AnaJolenePrintables on Etsy. Don't forget to use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order. I will be doing 2022 versions of this very soon, so you guys can find them in the shop. Now we are going to move on to this vertical or perpetual calendar, as I like to call it. And I'm going to be using this kit from ArieBea's shop. So as you can see, it starts in June because that is obviously where we have left off, and so this kit is kind of made to cover these areas. I got the pink version here, as you can see, and all I'm doing is just putting these at the top of the months up here. So this is not completely necessary. You can just use some washi tape to decorate this if you want. But I like to kind of use this section as like a memory keeper, just to write a highlight of the day, or you can use this as gratitude. I actually am using the monthly section as my gratitude. I've been doing that for the last, I guess maybe 2 years, and that has been working out really well for me. So I am gonna go ahead and use all of these up at the top here. And once again, I do have a discount code for ArieBea's shop, and I will leave it down below. So this perpetual or vertical calendar does go until May of 2022. So what I'm going to do now is grab the dates, and we are going to put the dates over this section here. So you just have to make sure that if you are starting in June, you want to be using the June strip and not from the beginning, like January there. So just keep that in mind. And also, she does have different versions of these in the shop, so make sure that you're getting it for the right planner, because the English one in the A6 is different, obviously, than the Japanese. So these are made for the Japanese. So as you can see, that's all in kanji right there. So obviously in the English one, you wouldn't need to buy this because it's already in English. So that kind of saves you this extra step here, but I like to do it just because I think it's cute too. So I'm just going to add all these stickers down, and as you can see, they're very easy to put down. Takes no time at all. So if you order these stickers from her shop, they will come to you in the mail. If you order these from my shop, this calendar here, it will come to you in your email as a printable, downloadable file. So I'm going to stop here because this is obviously 2022 now, and then these ones here are actually for the months that already passed. So I'm going to stop there. So this is the section that I use for my memories. My monthly sections, I've actually already kind of decorated them, so I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you guys can see that. So there you go. As you can see, this is the printables that you would get from my shop, AnaJolenePrintables on Etsy. This is the 2-page kind of monthly overview or yearly overview. And then I do have my perpetual calendar here using a kit from ArieBea's shop. So that is what that looks like now. In my monthlies, all I'm going to do is just block off the days that are not included in the month with some washi tape. So I did that in advance. So this washi tape is from the Pink Room Co. So as you can see, I used them just to block off the days that are not included in this month. And this is typically where I do my gratitude. So I will just write down every single day something that I'm grateful for. So let me see if I can show you an example. So this is kind of what I like to do in there. It's just a quick little jot down of something that I love. So I don't do too much decorating in this area. I just like to focus on what I'm grateful for. So that is what that section is for. Typically on this page here, I like to put a sticker down and then also a quote. So I don't actually do this in advance. I like to wait until the month starts to pick out a quote that kind of signifies that month or what I'm feeling. Maybe like it will reflect my mood or what I'm focusing on for that month. So that is my plan for these daily pages. As you can see, I did put down a little bit of deco here. So like in this one, I added this washi sticker there, and I will add my quote when September comes. So basically that is all that I have down there. In these pages, if you are curious what pen I use, I typically use a fountain pen. So these are some of the pens that I own. These are Lamy Safaris. I think these are from the pastel range from 2019. I do also have the blue one, but this is the mint glaze here, and then this is the powder pink. So what I'm going to do is actually fill up my fountain pens with this ink here. This is the Ferris wheel press ink, and this is a Canadian brand, and they're actually local to me. When I say local, like their warehouse is like 5 minutes away. So this ink is their limited edition for 2021. It's the Lady Rose in gold. They do offer this in just like the regular shade without the gold flecks in it, but this one is the special one. So look at this packaging. It matches so nicely with this planner as well, but I love it. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm thinking that I want to fill up the powder pink because I think it'll match really nicely with this cover that I have. Now I'm actually going to use a syringe to do it. So I bought this off of Wonder Pens. You can get this at any like stationery shop or even online. So it just has the syringe up here so that you can pull it up the ink from the bottle. Alternatively, you can also buy a converter, but I have my converter right now from Lamy in this one that's filled up, so I don't want to, you know, take it out because I still want to use the ink in there. And that ink, if you're curious, is the Peridot ink from Lamy, and I find that it matches perfectly with this color here. But I do want to ink this up, and I'm going to actually use a cartridge. So this is an empty cartridge. So it actually had purple ink, as you can see. So I'm going to use this syringe to take out the ink from here and put it in here, and I'm going to actually use it to refill this ink. So that's a different option if you don't have enough converters. I know a lot of people mentioned in my video that, you know, if you don't want to buy a converter for your fountain pens, you can use this method. And yeah, I am definitely aware of that method. I've been using it for years, but I haven't showed it on camera, so I'm going to do that for you guys today. So to make sure that you don't spill anything, I would recommend like having some towels or some kitchen roll ready. But since I've done this a few times already, I feel like I'm okay with it. So this is the Lady Rose with the gold. So I'm just going to pull up a little bit because the syringe is quite large. I don't want to go too overboard. So as you can see there, I have quite a lot. I am going to close this because I don't want to spill it. So there we go, I can put this aside now. And we are actually just going to refill the ink cartridge. So let me see if I can hold it in a way that you guys can see it. Like that. So we are just going to slowly fill it up. And you can kind of tap it. So that it goes all the way down to the bottom there, and then you can continue filling it up. Okay, and then now we are just going to push it back into the pen, making sure that it's secure, and then we're going to put the pen back together. And there you go. You have your pen all filled up. And as you can see, that was pretty easy, right? So now I'm just going to put my pen into the little holder here. So there you go. That is my little setup for my journal for the rest of 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions about my journaling system, then you can leave them down below. Once again, if you would like to pick up these printables from my shop, AnaJolenePrintables on Etsy, you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!